now it's time for you kiddies to gather around the fire and be told the tale of Teddy Feaser. The tale of Teddy Feaser. It's a scary tale there of a man who just couldn't stop feasing, just couldn't stop spurging, and burned it all down. Because the thing is, we're in this Feaser segment. I don't think a lot of you even know who the fuck Feaser is at this point.
Okay,
like it's been over 2 years since this guy was actually an active content creator.
Well, he's the intro guy. He's this guy. Hang on, I'll show them.
Today,
he's this guy
as the Kino Casino mascot.
So
because we play his rendition of Best Day Ever.
This guy.
At the start of every show.
So you're like wondering, who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck?
Yeah, as Josh is saying, he's SpongeBob, man. And he's a man who, as I was talking with Josh about this earlier this week, he had the perfect take on this, just nailed it.
Okay.
He's a man who has decided to accept all of the liabilities, all of the downsides of being a pro streamer, you know, like getting doxxed, people fucking with you, making fun of you, etc., but get none of the positives like money or viewers or support or any of that, or clout or whatever you want to call it. That's what he's decided to do of his own volition. And it's like, how did we get here? So just to explain who Teddy Feaser is, who Red Pill Gaming is, RPG is,
cringe.
Right? He is cringe. That's the shortest possible explanation. He's a cringe spur, is what he is. But Teddy Feaser was a groiper. Okay, a groiper is a follower of Nick Fuentes. Teddy Feaser worshipped Nick Fuentes, thought that this Mexican child was going to save the white race and restore the church to glory and restore the soul of America and all this stuff. He is an idiot from the beginning, okay? He went to AFPAC and he gave Nick Fuentes his driver's license. I'm not kidding. He went to AFPAC and gave Nick Fuentes his driver's license, his social security number. He took a picture with Nick Fuentes, everything, right?
Fingerprints, basically.
He started streaming as an America First adjacent streamer, but he was a boring spurg, and he got no views, no money, no support. So what did he start doing? He started like ankle biting at Baked Alaska, which he was right with what he was saying about Baked Alaska, that Baked Alaska was a total clown and a criminal that was macing people on camera. And if America First was going to be a serious political movement, they probably shouldn't have Baked Alaska in it. He was saying this stuff, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, Ted made a critical mistake, which is that America First was never a serious political movement. It was always just an ego trip for Fuentes and a way to groom young guys into homosexuality. That's all it's ever been. Spoiler for those of you who don't know. Okay? So Ted started going after Baked Alaska, and he got smited by the groipers. The groipers doxed him. The groipers fucked with his family. Baked Alaska made a whole website dedicated to fucking Ted's mom. Okay? So this is what they did to the guy. I'm just saying. They made a whole website dedicated to fucking his mother. They spread his name. They spread his address everywhere. Okay, so Ted, before he ever even talked to us or interacted us in any way, was already doxxed by the groipers. And so then he started going after the groipers. At that time, I personally had been going after America First as the scam movement it had been for years.
Yeah.
For years.
You're the first.
And we were covering it on Kino Casino. We had a big interview with Jaden McNeil, the former treasurer of America First. And essentially what ended up happening was the Kino Casino, Jaden McNeil, and RPG Teddy Feaser every day would do 3 streams about America First.
Yeah.
But the thing was, Ted was always the weak link. He was always super boring, super dry. He took shit way too seriously.
Cringe.
He was cringe. But you know what? The guy every day would go to the clip mines and he would toil and slave away in the clip mines and prep Jaden's show. And so the thing is, Feaser would clip America.
Like some of our shit too. Some. We would.
Yeah, listen, we would steal shit from Ted all the time. But Ted was
We
seething.
promoted him, though.
This is what happened. Ted was seething that people were taking his clips without credit. And so what ended up happening was Ted started watermarking his clips with RPG like in huge fonts.
In the middle.
In the very middle of the fucking clip. Okay? So this is caused problems because A-Log started saying that it was cringe that Ted was watermarking his clips, okay? And so people started spreading around his name, Teddy Feaser, right? And at the same time, Ralph went after him. Godwinson went after him. They did streams doxing him, his address, showing his mom, talking about fucking his mom, all of this stuff. Now, we stayed loyal to Ted through this, even though he was super embarrassing and super cringe, okay?
Yeah.
But what ended up happening throughout the year that we were on friendly terms with him, I would invite him on the Kino Casino to promote him, and he would turn it down because he said he didn't want to be associated with our clown circus. And what he would do is whenever we would do a stream that was like more fun, like where we were getting drunk, doing the super show, doing cooking with Warski, he would counter signal us and say it was a bad show and the magic was gone. So, you know, he's doing
backstabbing.
He was just doing this ankle biting shit at us, but it's like, whatever, you know, Ted's a spurg. It is what it is. But eventually what ended up happening was Teddy Feaser wasn't happy with the fact that he was the third fucking banana behind our show and Jaden's show. And so he started conspiring to fuck us over. And he created this conspiracy theory that we were run by the Jews, that Gabe Hoffman had taken over our program, and we were covering for Gabe's documentary and all this stuff. He started coming after us about like saying that we're Jew run, da 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 da. So he struck first. It's a Jew run show. Whoa, buddy. Seriously, this is the shit this guy was saying. So what we did was we just reacted as a moment of 10 to Teddy Feaser's version of Imagine. And we laughed at him. So let's
watch a little bit of it.
All right, guys, this is Imagine, the Red Pill Gaming TV maximum.
Now, I hadn't seen this. Okay? This started the war.
On the keyboard.
Online battlefield. You ready? Watch this. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Imagine there's no liberals. Imagine there's no...
Whoa! Whoa!
Imagine there's no joggers. Always in the news.
Look at me. You know, we're just here. Like,
imagine there's no people.
Oh, this moment is what
with
Feaser calls, by the way, this is what he calls malice with a smile.
Malice with a smile.
This is what he says malice with a smile was, and he's really, really upset about it.
Okay, and then what happened, by the way, I just want to add this real quick. The memes.
Here's the thing. We did that, right? All we did was just kind of laugh. We didn't even say anything about his version of Imagine, even though it was cringe, right? This then spurred a 16-hour Discord call with Feaser and his mods. I've heard this like firsthand. Teddy Feaser was spiraling. for 16 straight hours in Discord, figuring out how he was going to strike back against us. Now, Jaden and Big Tech and other people who were there tried to tell Ted that the best thing you could do would be to just ignore this and move on with your life. But Feaser said this was malice with a smile and a deliberate attempt to destroy his business and his life. When really all it was just playing a cringe clip and laughing at him. He just melted down. And he started like plotting how he's going to go after us. He started reporting our Twitters, reporting our YouTube channels, reporting A-Log's Twitters, all this stuff.
Oh, and doxed Porcelain?
Yeah, he doxed Porcelain. So what ends up happening, right? Now, as I told you at the beginning of the story, Teddy Feaser had been doxed for over a year by the time we ever said the name Feaser. And what we did on the next show, after Ted was spiraling on this Discord call, we did a bunch of Feaser puns where it's like, it ain't easy being Feezy.
And like, it's unfeasible and like...
Stuff like this, it's inconfeasible.
Like
and,
stuff like that, yeah.
Honestly, it was all just fun. It was just a lot of
fun.
We're
just playing. We're goofing.
And, we're just clowning around. But he took this as like a severe threat on his life.
Yeah.
And on his family. And all this shit. And so he started flagging. He started doxing. Which I warned him not to do. Because once you open that can of worms, shit gets fucked. And so because of his crazy behavior, where he was feasing out, reporting, doxing, all this crazy gay ops and shit, the A-Logs came down hard on him. He got made fun of to the point where he quit the internet completely. Honestly, when all this feasing happened, right, Ted could have actually won had he not done what he did. Because what Feaser ended up doing was joining forces with America First and with Ralph. And so anybody who would have been sympathetic to his plight about how we called him Feaser or we laughed at Imagine, immediately was like, you were just calling America First a pedophile cabal for like a year straight, Ted. And now you're joining forces back with them again, and you're reporting and the people who are calling them out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And Ted basically got felted so badly to the point where he had to stop streaming. But rather than just leave the internet completely, which is what he should have done, or continue streaming and battling and continuing on, Ted chose to stop streaming, but to stay fighting on Twitter with A-Logs every day for 2 fucking years. This is what Feaser did. And so he now found himself in this fucked up position where he's getting doxed, he's getting fucked with, and he's doxing people and fucking with other people in a never-ending war of autism that doesn't benefit him in any way because he's not streaming, getting any viewers or money. So he finds himself with all the liabilities of being a streamer, but none of the benefits. Well, finally, Ted decided to come back to streaming. I think it was this Sunday. It was like 3-4 days ago. And we talked about it a little bit on Monday's program. But somebody on Kiwi Farms took the time, because I wasn't going to, because this guy is totally irrelevant, totally cooked, but took the time to clip up his stream. And these clips, to me, are so fucking funny that I just had to share them.
Wow.
And if this is your first time dealing with the fees, don't worry. You're going to understand exactly what sort of character Teddy Feaser is very quickly. And I want to make one final point about Ted's docs and about being called Feaser and this and that. Teddy Feaser wants to be a politician. He wants to be like an actual influencer of policy. And Ted, you're aware, right, that in order to do that, people are going to need to know your name? Like, the thing is, Ted, if what you're saying you're so afraid of being attached to you, you're never going to make an impact anywhere in the first place, Ted. So it's pretty fucking mentally deficient to cry about people calling you Feaser. Also, as I told you, Ted believes that the best response to getting doxxed is to dox other people, to stop them from doxing you. This is a full-on retard alert.
Which got him to be secondary doxed, where he now lives.
The best response is to ignore it.
Or laugh with it. Who gives a fuck?
To not allow it to bother you, because the moment you let people know what bothers you, they're going to do it to you a lot, Ted. And you've been told so many times, stop feeding the trolls. Get a thicker skin. Figure it out. Stop spurging. Stop feasing. But he can't do it. So let's have a look at this first clip of Ted.
By the way, Ash, an amazing explanation. And I was showing you guys the Feaser files.
It's by no means a comprehensive
timeline. It's way deeper.
There's way too much lore to it.
Stuff. But that was the Feaser files I was showing you all. Remember the feasing horn? And I'm like, that's so funny. But great explanation there.
Okay, so Fred Fox asked, did Feaser actually strangle his Asian girlfriend, or is it kayfabe? So far as I know, it actually is true that Ted told the story where he put his hands on his Asian girlfriend.
He choked her. That's what the intro video has.
So that's why that's in there. But again, it's been a long time since I examined the Feaser files.
I got the feasing horn right here.
Sound the feasing horn.
How many subs? We have to do subs for the feasing horn.
By the way, we got Eye Leveler for 5 subs and Fat Bastard for a sub as well.
Let's go. And then Admiral Akbar resub there, bringing us to the goal. 138 away. Let's do 20 subs, and I will sound the feasing horn. That's what we always did before a feasing alert. Here we go.
Yeah, like grow thicker skin. Go fuck yourself. How does that sound?
Okay.
So somebody in chat just tells Ted, hey, how about you just grow a thicker skin? If you want to get involved in internet trolling and A-logging, you're going to need a thicker skin, Ted. And Ted's like, how about fuck you? He just immediately starts seething.
Are you ready?
Yep.
If I remember how to do it. It's dusty inside. Holy shit.
The shofar! Sound the feasing horn. And for those of you who are new, who never saw Feaser files, you gotta watch Feaser files. That's like required Kino Casino viewing. That's one of the things I'm proudest that we did. And it was
Feaser
just
files.
showing, it really just showed the difference between what we're able to do versus what Ted was able to do. And Ted just, after that, was like mic drop, Ted was cooked from that point on.
Oh.
And Vincent Gallo, respecter, for 2 subs. He was asking for Feaser on Monday. I wasn't ready for Monday, but here it is, Wednesday prime time.
When I was showing the Feaser files while you were talking, that line where we stole the shofar, where we had to break into the Rothschilds,
the Rothschilds, like temple.
It's like we legally cannot show this. So funny.
Go fuck yourself.
Uh-oh.
And don't tell me what to do, bitch.
Whoa.
Okay? How does that sound? Now,
he's
just
so
stop talking.
bad.
Just stop talking, because
hey!
You don't know shit.
Listen,
you don't know shit. You think you know it all. You don't know shit. And I know you don't know shit based on what you're saying. You've made that apparently obvious that you don't know shit.
So Ted's whole thing is that unless you were there, you can't possibly know what happened, and so therefore you can't criticize him.
But then why bring it up?
But here's the thing, Ted. Anybody who's actually watching your stream in 2025, chances are they actually were there.
Yes.
And do know everything, because nobody else would be tuning into your stream, because nobody else knows you even fucking exist at this point, Ted. So, like, just stop. Okay, so there he is, just seething about being told he needs to get a thicker skin.
Okay.
Now we have this one here. This is a good one.
All these people, they all think they're RPG historians, despite the fact that you weren't there.
Okay, RPG
Man.
historians.
But he really thinks that this stuff matters. And that's really Ted's biggest mistake in all of this. And he goes into, in one clip, he talks about the ethics of A-logging. And he says what being an internet troll and an A-log is about. I'm not kidding. This is what he says. He says it's about good versus evil. And he says that it's going on a righteous political crusade against the forces of evil. Ted, the whole purpose of A-logging and trolling is to laugh, Ted. It's to bait people into freaking out and having a funny reaction so that you can then point and laugh at that reaction, Ted.
He's insane.
Ted actually genuinely believed that we were trying to get Warski to be Prime Minister of Canada, that we had plans to become members of Parliament within the Conservative Party. Like, he didn't understand that this was just like trolling online for fun. Yes, there was a certain part where you're calling out Fuentes for leading a pedophile cult, and sweeping for Ollie Alexander.
Yeah.
And that is a righteous crusade. But let's not get it twisted, bro. This is about laughing at Spurgs online.
Having fun.
Which he couldn't understand. And he has these delusions of grandeur, as though anybody actually cares about his lore at all. Or that anybody actually is like, look, I'm like an RPG historian. Ted, you're a Spurg online that lived in your mother's basement. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, Ted.
You weren't.
By the way, I know, or for new people, you're probably thinking, oh, this guy, had 2,000, 3,000 viewers live? He had barely broke 100.
Yeah, he barely broke 100.
Low-level bum.
His top streams maybe 200 live viewers.
On a rare day.
$50. And he was always just very boring and dry.
Yeah.
Weren't there. You don't know what happened. All you know is what you were told by people that were trying to destroy me and my reputation, and they were trying to get me.
Ted, it's not people who are trying to destroy you. It's people making fun of you online. Nobody wanted to actually violently hurt you or anything. It's people making fun of you being a Spurg online, Ted. That's what's going on. My reputation.
I'm looking for the
streaming, which I guess congratulations, guys. Congratulations, you got me to stop streaming.
Wow.
What a line. What a line, buddy. Congratulations. We got him to stop streaming.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him. That's so sad, Ted. That's so sad, buddy.
Oh, shit. I'm looking for the feasing alert with that special needs guy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Here we go.
These people, they come in, right, and they bait you. And then, they'll clip your reaction, and they'll be like, RPG is spurging out. He's spurging out. Even though, I'm giving them the exact reaction that they were trying to get out of me.
Pause.
I know that.
Yes, Ted.
You know that.
Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying, Ted.
Well, yeah, that's what they wanted. Yeah. I gave it to them.
And I gave them the reaction they wanted, which was for me to spurg out.
Okay.
But then they didn't leave me alone. They kept pressing me, and I kept giving them more reactions. It's not fair. This is seriously this guy's mind. Where is his mind at? How can he not understand what's going on?
I don't care. If I get emotional, I don't care. I know they're going to use that against me.
That's the definition of caring, is getting emotional, Ted. If you're getting emotional, you do care, Ted. You care an awful lot. You care more than anybody else should. But seriously, Ted, get a grip.
Buddy. Okay, we have, there's more.
Go ahead.
By the way, I might do on the post show, I might watch the Big Tech DMs leaks. They're really funny.
We might do that together on Friday.
Oh, we'll do it on Friday? Okay, yeah, okay, on Friday we'll do that. I'll do Switch 2 then at the end of the show then. All right, let's do the next one right here. Oh, we have, by the way, on Friday, King Dave versus DSP, by the way. It's hilarious.
No, go back. You skipped it.
Was there another one?
Yeah.
Power says this is a tactical spurg out and everything is within expected parameters.
A tactical.
It's no, this is
spurg out.
seriously the Kopi's going with this. That's a tactical spurg out.
Stop.
A tactical spurg out, buddy. Holy.
That's fucking crazy.
Parameters. It's true. That's actually true. You know,
It's true.
I get that. I get this.
What a defense, buddy. I've never heard of anything so insane in all my life as to claim that you're dropping a tactical spurg out nuke on the gay logs, Ted.
Okay, yeah, this works.
This is the way the internet works. This is the way that the sector works, right? Like if you get upset, they're going to use that against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, good, let them.
Okay.
Let them. Because
but then
I
why
am
are you
upset.
teasing?
Oh my
Power says this is a
god.
tac-
He is upset.
Wait, how is it a tactical
Listen,
spurg out
Then
then?
why are you feasing, Ted? You know, like it's
God,
crazy.
What
So
the
here we go. Now
fuck?
Ted's letting us know the spurgings will continue.
Oh my.
I'm winded from all that spurging.
Oh my. Is this AI?
No, this is real. This is from his stream.
Spurging so hard today.
Okay. Did he just
Yeah,
say
bitch. Fuck you, I'm gonna spurg.
Fuck
Nothing
you,
you
I'm
can do
gonna.
about it. They want me to spurg anyway, so why are you complaining?
that? Whoa.
We're not complaining.
Well,
We're
welcome
laughing.
to prime time.
And we're celebrating your spurgery, Ted.
Teddy
Like, I don't know what
fucking
to
feast.
tell you.
They want me to spurg.
Yeah.
Well, it's not spurging. I'm going off. They call it spurg.
Oh
Okay.
my. Okay.
Oh,
It's
man.
actually going
Tactical
off.
cope inbound. Like, the
Going
cope
off.
is unreal,
Go off,
Ted.
King. Berg 911.
It's going off.
Why is it
Like they watch the stream to make me go off, and then I go off, and then they're like, "He's going off. He's going off."
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
The whole
pure.
idea,
What the
Ted.
Why does it
Now,
pornography on the
I don't
screen?
know. He's
Like,
looking at the dictionary definition of porn for
Oh
whatever
my-
reason. I don't know. This is what Ted thinks content is, I guess.
We spent the last 5 hours trying to make him go off, and now he's going off.
well, they were successful.
Okay. Now this is the one where it's just this is Ted down bad.
Is
Like,
it?
he's suffering here. And this is why I know when Ted claimed on this stream that he makes more money than both of us and Jaden and everybody combined.
Yeah.
Actually, like super wealthy and successful now. I know that it isn't true.
Clearly.
Because if Ted actually did have all of this money and all of this success with his eBay business, he wouldn't be seething like this. He wouldn't be bitter like this. He wouldn't still be clinging to internet drama from 2 years ago that doesn't matter and that nobody cares about.
Mhm.
And also, I know factually it's not true because Ted has only sold in over 2 years of business
Tens of
500
thousands.
500 items total.
Oh.
So you got to think though, to even if each item was sold at an average of $100,
Which it's not.
he wouldn't even have made 50 grand over the last 2
2
fucking
years.
years.
It's way less.
But that's not even like, you just think about it.
You have to buy the
Well,
product.
He has to buy the products, and most of what he's selling are like croc charms that he's selling for like
croc charm.
for $3 to $5. It's like a little thing that you put in the holes of a croc to decorate it.
Shit. That exists.
And like and Stanley mugs and stuff like this. So like at best, he's making like $5 to $20 per item. So the guy is making wages lower than just going to McDonald's and getting a real fucking job. You know what I'm saying? But let's have a look here at Ted just confessing the whole truth. This is mask off for Ted, and it's his struggle.
Yeah, it's been tough. You know, it's been a tough.
It's
almost
been
2
tough. He's
What the
channeling
fuck?
Phil. He's channeling Dark Side Phil
No.
here. It's been tough. It's been tough. It's been a tough 2 years.
years now. You know, almost on a daily basis, just dealing with a lot of bullshit. And
log off,
it's
Ted.
hard seeing people say all of this stuff that nobody wants to see lies being spread about them.
Oh my fucking gosh.
By Ted's own admission, by the way, he spread lies about people online.
Yeah.
And this is what you have to remember and why you can't really feel bad for Ted. Ted put himself out there. Ted decided he was going to join the Groypers. Then he decided he was going to snake the Groypers and go after them. Then he decided he was going to snake the A-Log, snake the casino, snake Jaden, and go after us. He has done all of this to himself. He put himself out there. People made fun of him. He couldn't handle it, and he spiraled out of control. It's nobody else's fault but his own that he finds himself in this situation, but he refuses to take responsibility for it, which is sad.
And he's disloyal.
Pathetic. Well, that's the thing, too.
Disloyal
He's
as fuck.
a disloyal snake. The Groypers won't take him back. The A-Logs won't take him back. Nobody wants him. So he's on an island all alone with his, lost 12 Spurg, the Jackson 5, who I believe even those guys have fucking abandoned
They
him
have.
now.
They hate him now.
And they were always they weren't Ted's friends. They didn't even like Ted. They were just using Ted as a chip in their own game against the house. That's it.
And, what did I really do to deserve all of that? But they don't care. They don't care. I'm making an appeal to nobody. They don't care. So anyway, let's try
Ted,
to move along.
Well, we hate you. You're a fucking bastard. Fuck you.
I mean, final point on this, because I don't hate Ted. I don't care about Ted.
I want him
but
ended.
Ted says, what did I do? Ted, by your own admission, you said that you lied about Nick Fuentes being a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you lied about it being a pedophile cabal, and you said you smeared those guys as pedophiles. If you did that, Ted, which you didn't, you were actually telling the truth at that time. But if you do what you claim to have done and smeared people as pedophiles for your own personal gain, don't you think that maybe you deserve whatever is coming to you, Ted? Do you ever think about that?
Mm-hmm.
You stupid fuck.
Well, the thing is, he doxed everyone, all this, that, the other, but it doesn't even matter. I'm going to be real with you all. I hated Ted when we weren't even against him. I thought he sucked.
I mean, listen, nobody liked Ted.
No
but
one.
Ted was tolerated because he was, helping expose Nick. But then when he got a ego and decided he was going to go out against everybody else and do all these gay ops, that's when he ran into trouble.
Well, the first time I really heard of him was him talking shit, being like, I do it better than the casino. It's like, then why do we have 100 times your viewership, you fucking tard?
It was all just a cope to make him feel better. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Oh, is that what? Okay, yep.
We have two more clips here of Feaser, and then we'll move on because it's not really. And this may be the final.
This is the
Fees
final
out.
Fees out.
We're getting close.
Besides the fucking big tech
we'll
DMs.
probably go over those DMs and stuff like that. But this guy, genuinely, there's no reason to
It's
even
the final
talk
Fees.
about him. I don't know.
It's
Let's
the final
have a look
Fees.
here.
This is a pornographic image.
Okay. That's insane to say, Fees.
And these people who want to give me shit for whatever, they
this image right here?
But okay, listen. Ted is also on his own stream.
This is Xenoblade.
But Ted on his own stream has watched Lolicon in the past.
Yeah.
The stream exists, Ted, where you're watching weird Lolicon anime. So you also watch all of this weird anime, Ted. You know who doesn't? I don't. But anyway, here comes. This is just being included.
This is a video
because
game.
Because of Ted's insane denial here, okay? So just hit play.
Can I watch SpongeBob? I don't.
Okay, hang on. What?
He claims not to have watched SpongeBob.
Ever. They pretend I watch SpongeBob.
He's never watched SpongeBob. Ted,
I don't.
You said the whole reason that the SpongeBob song has you in the intro is because the day that Nick Fuentes was revealed as having shielded Ollie Alexander, you started dancing to the SpongeBob song. and you're singing it. Mr. Sun came up and he smiled at me. And you did like the whole SpongeBob walk like this, Ted.
Yeah, where is that?
Don't
Fuck.
try and pretend that you never watched SpongeBob, Ted. It's Teddy, like
But
best.
even
day
if
ever.
I was, which I don't, that's like the Kino faggot defense, so I have to be careful there. But I do not watch SpongeBob. I absolutely do not watch SpongeBob.
Gives a fuck. But anime is pornographic. You're fucking gay, bro. This guy's fucking gay.
All right, here it
Why
is.
does he have cyberpunk pictures up?
Because he's just lazy and unoriginal, and he just does the same neon aesthetic that everyone does. Is why.
Okay, well that's 2002, but okay.
I think I've spurged out enough for one stream.
Oh
Spurred
man! Imagine saying that.
Hard.
That's so funny. That's how he ended the show. Oh,
All right, let me use the bathroom
man.
real quick. You want to read?